we now head to our regularly scheduled action, which is semi-aquatic soldier, I think, versus versus Royal Star. I believe that is the correct team names. Is that correct? It is cool. Should probably post that in Lads next series now live. Where are we at? We are perfect. We're between fights, so I can go and where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Go to Lads Discord. Go to match notifications. And there we go. Perfect. So, we are deep into this first game. It's 25 minutes in. It's a very significant lead for the side of semi-aquatic soldiers. But there still is a good bit of hope for the side of Royal Star, because they have this guy right here. Spear Guy. It's always possible to win a fight when you have Spear Guy. Only problem is your base is under attack. Diesel's playing his Brewmaster. That is a carry Puck? Or is it a carry... No, sorry, it's a carry Ember. What am I saying? What am I saying? So Mr. Lens on the Puck popped off today, apparently. I actually wanted, during this pause... Oh. I have Dota TV. If I were in the lobby... So one thing I have been told, this is some insider information, that Mr. Lens is now playing from, I believe, either like Texas or Florida or Mexico or something. Either way, somewhere he's getting a lot better ping than Cuba. His ping should be at least 90 points lower. He was getting over 200 ping. He now should be close to, if not even under 100. And we're seeing the buff for Mr. Lens. He goes from playing on this prohibitively high ping with slight packet loss to now he is just owning the lobby. We are back, by the way. Diesel popped the ultimates, hitting the tower. It's not having a good time right now. Andy Bendy will finish the job there. Again, Andy wants the range Rex. Radiant Smoke. But there's a bit of an angle there from Void Spirit Rudy. He tried to find an angle to go on the backlines. Could not do so. He was killed by Mr. Lens. This bought enough time for Andy Bendy to... I can't draw boxes and X's, but kill the range Rex. Murad ulti is used by Gek. He's walking forward, looking at dire detection. They don't have all that much right now. But there's a dust. Perfectly timed dust. It's Chaos in the Radiant Jungle. Jim the target. Chronosphere hits, but it's only on 2. Wait, it's on 3! It caught Puck somehow. I didn't think it did. So Gek and Sauce are both dead. So is Patience, 2 for 1 so far. Jim on the Werepil's looking to pop off right now. Winter's Wyvern ulti is there on 3. But Journey's still in a lot of danger around. Triple kill for the Ember Spirit. They'll head to Void Spirit. Void Spirit has 1 step. We can't get off in time. He's silenced by Mr. Lens and brought down. That's a 5 for 0. Correction, a 5 for 1 trade, I do believe. An absolute rout in favor of the semi-aquatic soldiers. And with this win, this Game 1 win, semi-aquatic soldiers will mathematically guarantee their place in the playoffs. So a big win for them. And potentially they can go for that one of those 2 upper bracket spots. Yeah, if they beat Royal Star, they can definitely grab one of those 2 upper bracket spots still. But that will depend, of course, on game number 2. As it stands, there still is that Aegis for Andy Bendy, aka Froggy2 Demon Dog, for the next 1 minute 40. So he can just walk up. Deso in backpack, apparently. Deso not even needed. Those slight chains, too. Both supports have been caught. Correction, that's a core Wyvern, isn't it? Whoops. Either way, Yule's on Andy. We'll get... Oh, the illusion! Correction, the Manta! It'll get him out of the ice path. Wyvern ulti's there on 3, but it's only 1 life lost on the Ember. He'll return full HP, full mana. If caught mad, he'll force a time walk away right now. TP from Jim does not work. He'll tank the arrow. In comes Lens, looking to save him. He could not do so. So it's one Muerta dead. Support Muerta that, though. Rudy will leave his base, looking to hunt. He's got step in 5, Remnant when that time comes. But Dire see him coming, so they have information, they know what's coming. Lens perhaps thought about a play, but could not find it. Just simply too many Radiant heroes backing up Rudy. Now again, that's one more Mirana ulti. Simply leaving the Radiant side of the map, looking for some kind of pickoff, some kind of play here, but looking at this Dire side positioning, again, Sauce is super far back. Andy and Diesel are at the Tormentor, which is way far away from these Radiant side heroes. You've got Lens just playing the bottom lane again. We've seen a lot of lane pressure this Lads Plus, and we're seeing it again. This time from Mr. Lens. Can he solo kill Journey? Can he solo kill Journey? No, he cannot. Perhaps he could have, but it turns out when you miss literally everything, you're not going to kill him. What can you do sometimes? Might have been a short blink on that one. I think, I mean, he obviously wanted it, but simply could not find it. Atos from Jim finds Rudy, and Rudy is in a lot of danger right now. Geared away, chained up, and brought down. That's a bold maneuver from Rudy, a bit greedy. Even though we have the Observer Ward here, it's still a bit greedy to go for that play, and he was punished heavily. And we know what time it is. The play is obvious. You run it down mid, you run it down top. They're bringing in both waves. This T1 top is a bit of a problem, but the wave being cut should at least apply some pressure in that direction. Mid lane is the name of the game. Diesel, of course, will pop the split. The Storm Ruling is a little bit further back, as expected. The arrow hits Andy, which I'm surprised about, but it is a very little consequence. Melee racks the target. Fear is there on Jakiro. Gek hits the Brewlings. Lens blinks in, silencing two. Oh, fantastic team play from Ember and Puck together. Wyvern is dead. Murata's in a lot of danger right now, and he's brought down by Handy Bendy. The range racks are absolutely dead as well. So it's 3 down. Only one is buyback, that being the Wyvern. The problem is no Murata, no buyback. So you're down by a metric ton of gold, and a portion of that gold will be dead, so... Oh boy. Not ideal. Tormentor gets taken. That's a shard for Lens. So Dire have so many shards that the free shard went to Mr. Lens. Yeah, shard on Brewmaster, shard on Ember, shard on the Windrunner. So between the Muerta and the Puck, honestly, I'm happy I went the Puck for Mr. Lens. Madior went in for a play, tried for a chrono, gets silenced immediately, and he's just dead! Oh no! Absolute disaster! Rudy steps in looking for the Puck. Puck might end up going down here, but he's still alive! Oh no! Lens, he's breaking the ankles! They can't kill this man! That's a full 5-man wipe, they call it. 2 Gs in the chat. 1 game win so far for the semi-aquatic soldiers, and that does mean I can get in the lobby for game number 2. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. Isn't that fun? I have a series score thing still on, don't I? Whoops, that's from the other series. My bad. Oh, but I am in the lobby. I am yeah, I'm in the lobby. I'm going to end up cutting to a break. I'll be right back. And we'll see you for game 2 of Semi-Aquatic Soldiers versus Royal Star in a few more minutes.
Seconds remaining. 5 Radiant seconds team remaining. Ban. Dire team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team. Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Plus Season 2 action. It is my fourth game of the day, second game of the second series. We have Semi-Aquatic Soldiers, captained by Sauce, of course, featuring the big trio of Andy, Bandy, Mr. Lens, and Rook, as well as, of course, Diesel.
5 seconds.
Taking on a Royal Star, who are highlighted by, of course, former Arkosh member Rudy, but also has, some strong players in Mattior, Gek, Journey, and Patience. Game 1 went the way of Semi-Aquatic Soldiers, which, in terms of implications for this group, does mean that there is a, not quite a tie yet, but we are close to a tie.
5 seconds remaining.
Soldiers are at 4-1. Royal Star are at 5-2. So if Semi-Aquatic Soldiers win this game, they'll be 5-1 in an absolutely great spot to win this group. Royal Star have no more games after this series. So if they end up in a situation where they lose 0-2, they will be at the mercy of what happens in the logical series. For that. Yeah. Looking over at the draft, we do have one. Bans so far, Enigma, Dragon Knight, Hoodwink, OD, Invoker, Muerta, Furion, Doom, Windrunner, Baru. First pick will be the Venge, which might have been banned out game number 1, but again, with all these new bans such as Muerta being committed to, suddenly there's room for Venge to get through the ban phase. The response was Phoenix. The next pick for Royal Star will end up being be Marcy, responded to by Magna Snapfire, responded to by Tide Luna. So, Semi-Aquatic Soldiers might just end up running like a Mag Snapfire lane into this Tide plus what I'm assuming is Marcy. They could grab their carry now, knowing it's likely a Tide plus Phoenix in the offlane, but it could be Tide Marcy in the offlane, putting Phoenix in the safe lane. I wouldn't put it past Royal Star to do that. There is a minute left of reserve time for Sauce, who's drafting for the Soldiers. And he'll grab Morphling. That's a certified handy bendy classic. He's one of the better Morphlings in the league, no doubt about it. And there are some very good Morphlings in this league, but he is among the best. I'm interested to see, it's still flexible in nature, so I'm curious to see what they end up doing. Could be Snap mid, could be Mag mid, could be 23 pick mid. We don't know yet.
10 seconds remaining.
Royal Star, I'm a little more confident they need a mid.
5 seconds remaining.
Because they don't really have a mid. Let's want to do something really wild, like say Tide mid. They're going to need a mid. Rudy of Royal Star bans out Puck, bans out Mars, Sauce, bans out Tinker, and he'll ban out Timbersaw. Okay. So, I'm not sure necessarily why the Timber. Maybe it indicates that it might be a Magnus mid, actually. Either that or there will be a middle laner who similarly does not enjoy leaning into Timbersaw. A sort of Magnus type of hero. There's a number of them like that out there, though, so. Could be Kunkka. Could be, I don't know. I mean, Ember just okay, I guess. Not too terribly. And then later in the game, you're fine playing Ember into Timber, of course. There's a little bit of reserve time left. About a half minute. Where we stop, nobody knows. Sauce deliberating right now. And it, okay, so it'll end up being a Lich. This indicates it'll be a Magnus mid and a Snapfire off lane. Or perhaps the other way around, with Snapfire mid and Magnus off lane. I would suspect. I don't know, actually. I don't know what to expect. I think I would expect the Snapfire mid, given the players, but it could be the other way around still. For Royal Star, the whole draft is apparent. They need a mid laner. A lot of them are banned, but a lot of them also aren't banned. I mean, Queen of Pain, Ember, Storm, Void Spirit, Kunkka, all not banned. DP not banned. So a number of options remain available still. We are under a half minute of reserve time. Again, Rudy is deliberating. 10 seconds. Down to 5. It'll be at the wire. Oh yeah, I forgot about Lena. Lena's very good too, actually. So it's Lena mid for Rudy, Magnus with the Magnus mid for Mr. Lens. So it'll be Snapfire and apparently a Lich offlane. Assuming that Jim is playing the 4, which he did sign up as. It's kind of a fascinating lane, actually. It ends up being Snapfire, Lich into Phoenix and Luna. I have never seen that lane before in my life, so I'm actually curious to see how it goes. It could be either support swapped around though. Neither support is really locked into to that orientation. Lena Mag feels pretty good for Lena, but Mag of course can do a lot with creep aggro. You know, it can go for rune control, and of course if Lena doesn't have a good job, doesn't do a good job with like sort of creep control, then there always is sort of shockwave into skewer under a tower. Lena does not enjoy being under a tower. So there is some angle of play here for Mr. Lens. One thing I'm gonna check right now. Mr. Lens, Mr. Lens, Mr. Lens. Is this Lens? Who's Lens here? Can't even tell. Probably check out Mr. Lens. Let's see what his Steam profile says. So I can figure out which one's him. Alright, so he's what's winning, like he's playing on 79 ping. That is for Mr. Len's standards, that's incredibly low ping. This is a guy who's normally playing 200 plus ping. He's playing on 79 ping. That's crazy. Meanwhile, both teams have run into each other in the Radiant side jungle. Gek leads the way, Gush onto Jim. Madior is hitting. Stuns aplenty are flying. Journey got his first blood, bringing down Jim. Gek is looking at the shock, but it's 1-for-1 so far. They'll head to Madior. Madior is pretty fast, but is he fast enough? There's another stun in 4 more seconds. They might dive this tower, but they'll end up not doing so. So it ends up being that 1-for-1. For those who don't know, by the way, I'll be calling the following players the following names sometimes. Our Lich player extraordinaire, Salvating 37, formerly of Green Esports. We're going to be calling Jim because it's a lot shorter. His name is Jim. And then Froggy2 Demon Dog, similar situation. We're calling him Andy, short for Andy Bendy. So yeah. If you are just joining us, take a seat, sit down, and get ready for some fun. It's game number 2 of the highly anticipated group stage matchup in League of Lads Plus between Royal Star on the Dire side and Semi-Aquatic Soldiers on the Radiant side. The winner of this game will likely be the 1 seed in the group, so a lot on the line in this series. So it is going to be the Venge offlane, Venge paired with Snap, into Luna Phoenix, which means it will end up being a Lich and Morph into Marcy Tide. So it will be the Jim Andy lane again. That is certainly a very scary thing to go into. Again, these two are very well coordinated. For those who don't know, they are twins. So there's a degree of natural coordination there, given the number of games together, and of course the natural bond there. Top lane. Madior's taking a lot of damage. I'm a little concerned for Madior's health pool, but it looks like he's a-okay. Mid lane, I mentioned during the draft that that Shockwave into Skewer play. Lens went for it, could not find the kill, but the idea is, of course, there. Cookie, top lane, Scatterblast will secure the kill for Diesel. That's a kill on Patience. Madior still needs to be a little bit careful right now. That's a danger zone situation for the Luna. Well, Skewer under the tower! Oh no, Mr. Lens! Will he die is the question. No, Dragon Slave's up in 1 more second. He's got it. He'll miss it, though. The edge is a little bit too thin, and now, again, both mid laners, they're here to brawl. They're here to play. No farming, simply brawling. And Lens wants to go in again! Oh, man, this guy is crazy. Gotta bet some molly or some powder or something. And he'll go for the water rune. He'll skewer away Rudy. Rudy's got the LSA. Hitting it on Lens. The rune will be grabbed by Magnus. Rudy has Dragon Slave. He'll hit it this time. That's a solo kill for Rudy. But it does mean that neither water rune will go to the Lina. So it will be no filled bottle. The Marcy grabbed one. The Magnus grabbed the other. And again, good awareness from Lens. If he had gone for this rune, that would have been a very sad day. 1 to Marcy, 1 to Lina. Sure, it cost him his life, but it actually might be fine, because you're playing on low mana, mid HP. He has a clarity to heal up a little bit on the Lina, but still. It is Lotus time, bottom lane. It will go the way of Mr. Froggy2, Demon Dog, and the Bendy. It's a brawl to the death, it appears, and Gek will be the victim. And at this point, Andy will heal up nice and easily. He's going to morph on down. He does have to be careful of the Gush, of course, but yeah, it seems like Jim's doing a good job of zoning away. He actually might even go forward. Look at the HP on Tide. He's got Adaptive Strike, but won't go for it. I'm not sure if it would have been enough damage. Meanwhile, mid lane, skewer forward by Mr. Lens. Again, just harassing the Lina. Keeping their HP and mana nice and low the way he wants it. And very clearly, there's been brawling top as well. Everybody's a bit injured in this lane. Madior the lowest of the 4 heroes. Magic Missile will hit, but is there enough damage? So far, there is not. Patience has dive. He could go in here, but he'll opt against it. Lens is thinking about it. Lens is thinking about it right now. He already got the 1 water rune. He'll more or less alpha male the Lina away from the other water rune. Dive and Spirit top lane hits Sauce. I believe Sauce will die here. Lucent Beam securing that kill. The kill goes to Patience, however. Rather Diesel. Diesel will Cookie. He'll Scatter Blast. He'll kill Patience, but it does mean that Meteor stays alive. Gets the experience on both kills. Gets the last hit on one of them. Back to bottom lane. Thought there was going to be stuff happening there. I was wrong. In mid lane, Rudy gets dove under that tower. Shockwave Skewer. LSA is the return, but Lens is no longer under that tower. And with the bottle and the raindrops, he is willing to play very, very boldly. He's bottling up right now. Again, once he has 6, there's definitely another kill in the works. Lina, for her part, has a raindrop in the stash, but that will not be there right now, so that could be an important layer. Missile. But Patience dives away. Diesel had spells, but did not want to miss them. He's holding them for later, so simply now Patience is low on resources. Knowing that's true of Patience, they tried for a pull, but Meteor broke that pull. The missile. Cookie misses! The blood grenade hits. That kill I don't think is happening any longer. We're seeing a TP in by Marcy. Rebounds. Misses well. Blood grenade hits. Dispose is available, but is not needed. Meteor secures that kill on the Vengeful Spirits. Diesel will Cookie. He's got the scatter, but he kills Patience in a 1v3. You don't see that all that often, but the 1v3 solo kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, RP, Shockwave, Gaze. Another Shockwave will secure the kill. Lens will end up dying to the tower, however, so it is a lot of gold going back the way of Rudy. But no experience on that Magna skill. So yeah, across the map, definitely some interesting action there. Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? It's Wisdom Rune time. Surprise, surprise. Sauce sets up. Radiant move Diesel over there. He's got the Cookie. He'll stun Patience, but the rune goes to Patience. The stun was a little bit too early from Diesel. As a result, it's 1 rune to both teams. Patience dives away. He'll Sunray over the cliff. And he'll remain alive. So good play there by Patience. Prevents disaster, because again, Sauce secured the other one, so if both of the Wisdom Runes went Radiant side, it's an absolute disaster. Cookie forward, Lich will Gaze into Frost Blast. Lens rotates in, he's Frost Shielded, he'll Skewer under that tower to secure the kill on Gek. And now Lich will TP mid for the experience, indicating that they want Magnus to stay top to go for this tower. As that happens, Venge and Morph combine together to bring down the Tidehunter. Haven't spoken much about Tide because he's had a relatively rough laning phase so far. He's number 6 net worth, he's not all that high level. Skewer on Patience, who dives away, by the way. Chain Frost will bounce between Gek and Rudy. Now to the creep wave, back to Gek, back to the creep wave, back to Gek again, perhaps, back to Gek! Love break kills Gek. It'll die to the Shockwave from Magnus. A fascinating Chain Frost. It went from very good to pretty bad back to very good in about, 8 seconds, so it's a fun time there. Sauce is invis, RP, and the Magic Missile are stacked, but they still will kill Rudy, barring a miracle. He's got Laguna Blade, can't get it off in time. Jim secures that kill. Nice little 3v1 team play action from the semi-aquatic soldiers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So we're coming out of the landing phase finally. The landing phase is starting to break down. Dire are aware where Sauce is. They'll certainly kill him. Dispose. Rebounds. Damage. And one more kill for Madior. Madior is now 3-0 and 2. He's third in net worth. The two heroes he is behind, though, are these two big Radiant cores. Mr. Landon the Magnus is number 1 in net worth, and Andy Bendy on the Morphling is number 2 in net worth. Mind you, it is a relatively close pack at the top, though. Magnus, Morphling, Luna, Lena, all within a couple hundred gold of each other. So the two mids and carries, both with a strong start to the game. Both offlaners are struggling, though Snapfire less than Tide. Looking at supports, the Radiants are more ahead, and Lich is the one who's really a little bit further ahead. If looking at levels here, I mean, we see Lich, level 6. Other subs are not 6. Patience is 5. Sauce is 5. Gek is 4. And again, that's the gym factor right there. He is I do believe the highest MLR support in Lads Plus. Has professional experience playing support. So you're seeing it in action right now. It's that gym difference. Dire Smoke as 3. It's Rudy and the Dire subs. A ward is placed. They're looking to perhaps hunt somebody later. For now, Rudy will go for the creeps. Radiant, I believe to some extent, are aware of what's going on, but there's simply overwhelming force here. All 5 Dire heroes are here. Madior wants the Ancient stack. And of course, when you've got Luna and Tide, you have a great ability to kill the Ancients together. And again, it's a lot of gold there for Luna Tide. However, as all that happens, oh, they found the Ven. That's the kill they needed. In comes Mag, TPing in. Snapfire ulti's on the way. Mag will cancel his TP. So accepting the fight will be lost. Perhaps Chain Frost might kill Gek. And thanks to a good dive from Patience, well, the Chain Frost won't kill him, but the Scatter Blast will. They'll now move to Mr. Lens, who skewers away. He's already got a Blink Dagger, so he is one tough man to go on. And I would expect a potential Arcane Rune RP play here. Certainly is possible. Haven't looked all that much at Morphling, but it seems like Andy's going for the sort of standard build nowadays. We have been seeing Vlad's first Morphling on all these Morphling players nowadays, and again, it's going to be the Vlads into the Manta, into the BKB. Nothing really shocking there in the slightest. Diesel's going Orchid, okay. That could pay off early on before Luna has Manta and before Lena has... Oh, there's the RP! Arcane Rune, lower cooldown on top of that one. Rudy is most certainly dead, and they might even go for Patience. Rudy's still alive, who will go to blade the Magnus! Now dive in by Patience, but it's not quite enough damage. Now with dive on cooldown, seems like Patience will fall. Blink, Skewer, Shockwave all available. He'll skewer forward, bring him away from the Venge though. Meanwhile, bot lane, Luna and Marcy 2v1 kill them more from Mr. Lens falls! A botched execution from the semi-aquatic soldiers. Madior is here, backing up Supernova. Sauce certainly will fall. Madior secures that kill. An absolute disaster, and a tip. He even tipped him for the other fight bottom lane. And Andy's wondering, why'd you tip me? This is the dumbest interaction I've ever seen in my entire life. Ay, ay, ay. So, the Batmaner's tip, that was dumb. Asking why he tipped, also pretty dumb. The question mark, even dumber. It's a very dumb interaction from everyone involved. What can you do? If you're wondering why he tipped, because he was trying to do bad manners. Which is basically the reason why one would tip 95% of the time, is to bad manner someone. Throw the two for you. A very cool feature. Tipping.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, we do see a Radiant scan. It does hit Gek, so Lens knows there's somebody not too far from him, but... Again, looking at Radiant Vision, the what and who was unknown, therefore nothing was to be done. They now see Marcy on Day Vision. Lens perhaps is looking for an angle, but
Under attack.
he'll opt for the creeps instead. We have transposed our action from Morph v Tide bottom lane to Morph v Tide top lane. As that happens, Len smokes up with supports. Headed to that Wisdom Rune. He'll RP just to ensure he gets the Wisdom Rune. Ink on the dire side TPs. Looking to avenge there Marcy. Madior is here. But he's got no ulti. He can simply right-click. Sapphire ulti has been used. Supernova as well. Madior's taking a good bit of... Oh, wow. They destroy Supernova and they destroy the Luna as well. It's a disastrous fight for Royal Star. Skewer forward. Rudy is dead. And again, Diesel, he was patient. He held that little shredder, and when the Supernova came out, it was just absolute mincemeats. No doubt about it. So with 4 kills, Wisdom Rune grabbed, Tower grabbed. It's an absolute rout for the side of the semi-aquatic soldiers. Swap forward. Thought he found Gek there, but instead Gek rebounded away. Len still wants to hunt, but with the rebound away, it's a little bit easier said than done. Lens will opt for the rune instead. Seeing a lot of circles getting drawn, lines being drawn by... I know Jim. I can read Jim. So Jim indicates he does not want his team to play here. He's crossing out. No-go zone. Dire's playing there. Dangerous farm. And he's right, by the way. Dire have vision here. They want to play this area. Which means he wants his team to farm over here instead in this this Dire side jungle. So hopefully my Jim... my Jim interpretation skills have paid off here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Uh-oh, Rudy. You're in a dangerous spot. Swap. Orca. I think the Scatter Blast might have missed, but the damage is still there. Nina's got no way out of that one. Very low stats right now. Aether Lens travel, so just very, very little stats for the Lena.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Again, this Radiant Ward is still here. I don't think it's scouted the Marcy. But this ward could certainly result in more pickoffs with this this Orchid on the Snapfire. It's a pretty deadly combination. Rudy respawns. TP stop. He's backed up by Gek. Get on Madior right now. Where's the lifesteal actually? It's on Tide. I was wondering where the Marcy lifesteal was. It's on Tide. Sidekick buff.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Mid T1 goes down. Mr. Len secures that last hit. Speaking of lifesteal on Tide, he's got a Vlad's now, so it's a good day to lifesteal on Tide. As a result, Gek will move it over to... Never mind, it's still on Tide. Smoke up on 4. Radiant did not see it. Ravage is available. Looking at Dire Vision, I think they may have seen Len's middle lane. You also see Jim bottom lane. They want a more viable target, at least Lens, if not Andy Bendy. Lens blinks away, though. I think he may have seen Rudy on this ward.
Dire's top tower is
Not quite sure the exact details on that one, but the gank certainly has failed. And now the mid T1 is certainly under attack. Rebound forward again! The blink reaction by Mr. Lens. He's buying a bit of space right now for his team to do stuff in the other lanes. And Lens is still hunting, wants the rune, certainly will not get it. Rudy gets the illusion rune, Lens skewers away. As all that happens, it's Snapfire, Venge, top. They've almost killed this tower. LSA, it's Diesel, the tower is still alive. Tide and Lena run forward, Ravage still available. In comes Patience from the south side. Diesel will get ravaged by the Tide. That will be one kill. Meanwhile, Sauce grabs the tower last bit. Clapping for... I like that play from Sauce. Just walk up, let your teammate die. He doesn't need you. He's dead anyways. Wrap around, grab the important objective. Don't have it get denied. Beautiful play from Sauce. That's my kind of support player right there.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Andy Bendy has run into Journey, and now Journey is on a journey to save his life. He's playing a 1v3, and he's got no TP, no Blink Dagger, no teammates, and no hope. Shockwave hits, and now he's dead. The kill goes to Morphling. Now, the big objective that, of course, is on all of our minds, and I'm sure the mind of Jim, is Roshan. Good force staff from Sauce, getting away from the LSA. Now he's looking for a counter swap. Finds Madior. A huge target to find. Chain Frost is bounced to Ice Shard. That'll be a dead Luna. Tries to Eclipse. It's going to actually do a lot. Madior's still alive somehow. RP, it'll hit. That'll kill Luna. That'll kill the Marcy as well. They'll move to Lena. Lena will fall. Triple kill for Mr. Lens. Love the Patience. Patience will dive away. But there's just too much chase, it appears. He's trying to trip in the trees, but they kill the Phoenix. That's a full 5-man wipe, if you include the Journey kill from earlier. And again, it looked like an absolute disaster from the onset, that Chain Frost destroying Madior. For a brief second, there's enough life to perhaps turn it around, but there's just too many spells. In too bad of a position for the Dire to fight. And now for Royal Star. They're down by 8k, they're down by 9 kills, they're down by a couple of towers. And they're about to be down Roshan as well. I mean, this is the exact thing you want here. Grab that first Aegis of the game. It will mean that, again, it's going to be a hard game to win for Royal Star. Not an impossible game, obviously. It's only minute 20, but you combine this Morphling's ability to just be a Morphling with the overwhelming teamfight combination damage from the Mag and the Snap and the Lich. It's just going to be hard. Sure, Dire have a hope for the reason that they also have a pretty overwhelming teamfight damage combo, but so far it hasn't really done much. So yeah, we are it's going to see a little bit of farming going on right now. I mean, again, Dire largely play their tri-camp. Look at this graph. All the lines do not look good. 92% chance for Radiant to win. Looking again at the scoreboard. What is Snapfire Orbiting? Oh, a Tormentor. My bad, my bad. Will be Tormentor taken. Shard going the way of Diesel. So you know what? That's a nice bit of gold for his time. Again, it was between the Snapfire and the Venge, I believe. Yeah. I'm sure Radiant wouldn't have minded it going to the Venge. Again, that double missile is very cool. But again, this is a lot of items in the Radiant right now. Scoreboard. I mean, there's actually been a death on everybody so far, but you look at the Lena, it's not great. Look at the Tide, it's not great. And again, the more important Radiant cores have not died all that much this game. Again, Snapfire, Mag, Morph combined, same number of deaths as the Lena. Mid lane, they'll go in for Patience. Patience gets utterly and completely blasted. Jim will blink onto the high ground. Not quite sure if he wanted to be on said high ground, but he'll be there. He will be there. Seeing Ping's bottom. Oh, they've got Rudy. He's RP'd under the tower. In comes Lich, and down goes the Lina. And that is a some Seal Guild on Seal Guild violence. And Rudy, certainly not the winner of that violence. Yeah, if it's Seal on Seal action, it's the semi-aquatic soldiers who are in their element right now. That's what it appears to be right now, so. So there is no Tormentor to steal, which is at least something in favor of this situation, but there's still this tier 2 tower to go on. It's now dead. If Andy's really feeling bold, he can go high ground. He's got the Conda. He's got the Vlads. He's got the Manta, and he's got 2 lives to play with, but he's not quite willing yet to put his body at the higher ground. He'll go for the lower ground, tier 2 instead. It's certainly dead. The question then becomes, well, will we see them get more than just the outer towers? It's certainly possible. You have a minute 30. There's no time like the present to run it on down, get into the base, cause some havoc. And let's say the Guna Blade pops 1 life from Morphling. Rudy may have just saved the situation, actually. That was beautiful. And now it's away by Morphling. So heads up play from Rudy, likely to save that tier 3 tower. Or potentially it could have stopped Radiant from blundering, but that's a different conversation. Maybe you want Radiant to go high ground there, but too late now. Too late now. The Radiant, they see the Phoenix, and they saw a bit of action in the bottom wave as well. They're waiting for a good target. Again, Jim, he's got the Blink, the Shard, and the ulti ready to go. He could potentially solo kill somebody. Rudy seems to know something is up. He is not willing to... He was right to think something is up, by the way. He was not willing to go and die here for this wave. Instead, Madior is the one who's very deep. This TP, can it possibly work? No, it cannot. Harpoon, reverse polarity. Maybe he'll pop an Eclipse, but it doesn't matter. His life is forfeit. Does he have buyback? He does. He'll delay the death thanks to the Manta. There's no way he lives here. Yeah, there's no way he lives here. And he forced out a couple of cooldowns, but nothing all that important other than the RP. And yeah, that's a minute where Madior will not be farming. And again, Rudy had the right idea to not play this area, but the Madior simply not prepared for that play and dies because of it. Gek barely escapes Mr. Lens, by the way. Almost gets right-clicked down with the Magnus. Over to mid lane is Diesel, V Patience, and Rudy. Diesel will die, but in comes Vengeance. His name is Jim. He's killed the bird, but there's still a Magician ready to find some more damage. Laguna Blade is on cooldown. In comes the Fish of Journey. LSA hits Dragon Slave as well. Journey is waddling on around now. In comes Mr. Lens. He's hasted. Skewer forward. Frost Shield on Rudy. He'll attempt to TP away. And Jim, just got in range to use that Sinister Gaze. How sinister of him. Again, more deaths on Rudy. It's 8th of the game now. And again, it's looking real rough for Royal Star. They may go down 0-2, securing the #1 seed for semi-aquatic soldiers. I think they'll have mathematically locked on effort as a win. I could be wrong, but we shall see. Either way, Andy Bendy plays the high ground, hits the range racks, moves to the melee racks. He's backed up by an Ice Shard and a Vengeful Spirits. But once again, walk back in. Lens looks for the Harpoon play, does not find it. And Andy will not complete the melee rack. So again, strong composure from the semi-aquatic soldiers. They back off, knowing that Royal Star are desperate. And you can sense it. Look at this smoke. There's a desperation smoke. Is it the right play? Yes. But it certainly reeks of desperation. They know the game state's an absolute disaster. They know they cannot give this second Roshan to the semi-aquatic soldiers. They're trying to do whatever they can to change the game state. They're running it down the bottom lane. Radiant smoke as well. They sense the tension. It's now broken. Gek has popped the smoke. He's orched it on the Marcy. Marcy most certainly will die. Chain Frost was used. Sauce may be the exchange. Snap Fire Ult is flying on around. Madior will BKB. He'll look to TP. It will succeed. So a trade of supports. But is it a clean retreat? Patience and Journey both have been spotted. Harpoon forward. RP on the Phoenix. Phoenix is dead. It's both supports down. Journey will blink, getting him away. So not a complete disaster for Royal Star, but again, still a loss. This does mean now that, again, if the soldiers want to, they can return to a very injured melee Rax. But given the way they've played, I don't think they will. I think they're going to probably park it in this area, and if they see a mistake positioning-wise, then they'll chip it and kill it. And perhaps that's what they see right now. Andy will walk high ground. He senses weakness. LSA, the Guna Blade, they're dealing so much damage. The Rabbit is there. Can they kill him? Morphling stopping, Morphling gets away. He waves forms. They couldn't kill him. LSA misses. Andy Bandy is fine. They blew their everything. And they came up short. Supernova is on the floor, but this fight's almost certainly going to be lost. Journey down. The trade is for Diesel. Wait, where's Morphling? He's still too low flashly. It's a 1-for-1. Not a bad 1-for-1 at all. I spoke too soon. But look at the angle. From the backlines, it's Lich, Venge, and Morphling. They'll swap in the Luna. Luna will Manta. Andy will Beekeepy. Chain Frost bounces. Meteor's low. Meteor is dead. Sinister Gaze is there on Rudy. He'll bring down Jim, but in comes Mr. Lens. Dead Phoenix. Retreating Marcy. TPing Lena. That will succeed. Fascinating fight. It's a win there for the semi-aquatic soldiers. And again, we may see Andy Bendy return to the buildings. He's playing a little bit higher HP this time. Rudy defends the best of his abilities. But Lens and Andy go through the back door. The melee racks are down. It's retreat time. And I think we know what time it is. It's time for the second Roshan of the game. And Roshan heads bottom. Goodbye, Roshan. But that's very convenient because look where the Radiant are. They're near the bottom side Roshan pit. So, for Royal Star, I don't actually know what they need to do, but they need to do a lot of it. They need to do a lot. What that a lot is, I'm not entirely sure. I would say ideally stop this second Roshan, but how? You've got no Ravage, you've got no Supernova, and you're also not near the Roshan pit. The one saving grace is that Radiant did not know Roshan was alive. It was a relatively middle-of-the-road Roshan respawn time. I think it was about a minute 25 to a minute 35, something in that middle of the pack range. So there was no certainty that Roshan could be here. Now they know. They're now positioning towards it. And again, the inevitable will be here. There'll be an Aegis and a Roshan's banner for the semi-aquatic soldiers. So, with the information we know, you are down 14k gold. You are down a set of racks. I think the only play is to get that miraculous team fight. Again, you need to land everything. Literally everything. How they'll do that, I'm not entirely sure. Bit of a glass cannon build from Rudy, so perhaps that'll be the name of the game, is just you glass cannon in. Hope your Tide and your Phoenix can hit their spells, and Marcy goes in, and Luna grabs attention, and then at that point, Rudy, the fiery assassin, can go and slay some heroes with this overwhelming magical burst. That's gotta be the idea here. The question is, can we see that idea in action? Harpoon Skewer. Marcy has been found, and Marcy has been slain. And she has no buyback. I've opened up buyback status, and again, there's a relative lack of buybacks right now. Swap in. Oh, swap away. My bad. I don't know why I said swap in. Regardless. Journey blinks away. Harpoon, and he found Rudy. He found Rudy again. No defensive item, no buyback. RP on Phoenix. Meteor's trying desperately with the Eclipse, but it's to very, very little effect. Phoenix is bought back, but how do you defend? No Lena, no Marcy, and no Luna BKB or Eclipse. It's just not possible to defend this Rax. And Radiant know it. They're punishing. They'll find Journey. He's been caught. He's so deep right now. Look where he's located. This is not home. These are not your friends. And this is no longer you being alive. Three. Actually, I was going to say 3 dead, but now the Marcy's respawns. So Ty's buys back. It's a 4v5 fight. Morphling is low, but he's still got 2 lives. Marcy goes in, stuns. Oh, the precast silence of the Orchid is perfect to stop Ty from ravaging! Diesel! A beautiful Orchid. I had to have been precast. That was perfect play from in there. And again, wow. If that wasn't a precast, that's gotta be the fastest reactions of all time. That's just beautiful right there. So, I mean, Rudy is alive. Royal Star do have 5 to play with, but key problem. They are running out of base to lose. They've already lost these range rack stop. Full set bottom. And the melees are not far behind. And here we go. Ravage is pretty fantastic. Stuns a ton of heroes. Vend is low. Morph is low. But he still has one more left to play with on the Morphling right now. Chain Frost is bouncing around between the Luna and the Lena. Neither will die. So in comes Lens, skewering Phoenix. He's got no Supernova left at this point in the fight. BKB from the Morphling. He's turned into Lena. Waveforms forward to bring down Meteor. Sapphire ulti is, I guess, a celebratory Sapphire ulti. I think he had a grand total of 0 damage. And at this point, you are playing with no Luna, no buyback, no Phoenix, no buyback. So it's going to be Megas. Perhaps, no, the Lincolns! Blocks the Laguna Blade! Not can't even kill Jim right now! In comes Andy Bendy all the way towards the foot of the fountain to bring down Gek. He'll even kill Rudy in the fountain! The GG is called. And now Jim's even angry in the all chat. He's angry in the all chat, defending his brother. But he doesn't need to defend his brother because he is 1-2-0. Bam. That's our result. 2-0. Jim not happy right now. Still not happy. He's been holding his anger for the last like 25 minutes. That's my Jim right there. That's my Jim. So, with that in mind, I believe, yeah, it's a guaranteed 2-0. So semi-aquatic soldiers are 5-1. Unless pocket watching win out, they cannot catch semi-aquatic soldiers. So for semi-aquatic soldiers to not get the 1 seed, they need to lose out and a pocket watching win out. That's a hard thing to ask. So Royal Star sit at 5-3. Their games in the group stage are officially done. So if pocket watching do not 2-0 buff buddies, Royal Star will make winners. If not, then we will go to our new Stattle tiebreaker, because it was a 1-1 series. And pocket watching, who got a 1-1 versus semi-aquatic soldiers, will likely be in the position to have a better new Stattle score if they 2-0 buff buddies, I think. I don't know, I'm not doing the math right now. Regardless, that series is done. And for Royal Star, their group stage is done. They're guaranteed playoffs. Question then becomes where. Speaking of playoffs, semi-aquatic soldiers also guaranteed playoffs. Where else are we at otherwise? Because we're waiting on the next series. That would be... Who are we getting again? Mofilski Mo Magan versus Wakanda Made in China. It's penciled